Hello everyone, how you doing? My name's Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and this is for Thursday the 21st of September, but you know it is a timeless reading. Pile number 1 is the Mookaite, which is a form of jasper, and it's good. It's actually got multiple qualities. Like, it's good for grounding your energy, but it's also good for anxiety, and like particularly actually social anxiety it's good for. So yeah. Pile number 2 is the blue apatite, which deals with the throat chakra, which is also an important chakra to work on if you suffer from social anxiety. You can tell that I myself have suffered from, and still do a lot of the time, suffer from social anxiety, so I know all the tricks. And pile 3 is the orange citrine, which is really good for the sacral chakra. So I will just give you a minute to choose your pile. If you're someone that suffers with like shit boundaries with people, working on your sacral chakra and your throat chakra might help you out. Well, that will help you out, particularly your throat chakra. Okay. If you want to know more about that kind of stuff, I have loads of videos on my other channel, my spiritual life coaching channel, how to train your caterpillar, about social anxiety and like different chakras that do different things and all that kind of stuff. If you're interested, you should head over there and check it out. Also, I am taking you know, one-to-one spiritual life coaching sessions at the moment. If you're interested in that, I would love to work with you. The link is in the description box. So I'll just move these guys out of the way. Okay, pile 1. Kind of digging this Akashic Tarot. Okay, so you have the Journey. This is kind of this deck. It doesn't really correlate to like the usual, you know, quote unquote usual sort of meaning in the Rider-Waite. This is the 7 of Cups, but it has like a different meaning. I mean, I feel like some of you might actually be going on a journey, like a physical journey, maybe crossing water. Let's see what else comes out. You have the Ace of Wands. Is there anyone nude? No. You have the Knight of Wands. Ooh, 2 wands. And you have the 6 of Swords. Look at that. Pile number 1. Some of you are definitely like going on an actual journey somewhere, whether you know about this yet or not. Look, there's so much water. You might actually be crossing water, but that could be something as simple as, you know, like in Scotland, like you have to cross the Forth, you know, to get to like various cities. So it could be like you're, you know, maybe you're going to get a job like in a new city or something where you have to cross a river, or you might be like going on holiday, or, you know, yeah, crossing water in some way. But I feel there's some kind of journey for a lot of you that chose this pile. So there's some kind of new spark. Whatever this is, you know what? It might be something that involves you being kind of courageous, because the Knight of Wands talks about being courageous, like being bold and being passionate and being fearless and like plucking up the courage to do something. And the Ace of Wands talks about like a new idea. I see the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so this could be some kind of new business idea that's going to take you, like you might have to travel for it. Wow, the Page of Wands just flew out. Why is there so many wands in your reading? Pile 1. Look at that. That's weird how that came out. Hey, it's like one giant wand. I feel this is about exploration for you. Okay, so it's either an actual journey that you're going to go on, and you may have to be kind of bold to do it. You know, maybe you're going to go traveling, or you're going to decide that you want to move. The weather's just changed in Scotland, so weirdly I was actually thinking that today. It's like, why do I live here? Like, it's so cold. Like, I don't, you know, I'm perpetually like freezing, and it's freezing here like 11 months of the year, because we had like a little bit of summer there, and now it's gone back to like 10 degrees, and instantly I've just been like, why do I keep living here? Like, why am I still here? But yeah, this is like a new way of looking at things with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I feel it's like, it's either an actual journey or it's movement forward because you're feeling inspired about something. It could be a new idea that comes to you, or it could simply be a difference in your thinking, because that's what the Page of Wands talks about, feeling inspired again, looking at life in a different way. You may feel, it's almost like you've, yeah, okay, the Three of Swords is here. Okay, so some of you may have been through like a heartbreak, or a period, doesn't have to be a heartbreak, but a period of sadness or grieving, or even like a dark night of the soul or something like that, but you're about to emerge from that. Honestly though, I keep having to say this, I feel strongly some of you are going to be going on some kind of trip somewhere, so that might not be in your life yet. I wanted to say probably, so I want to say like for a lot of you, probably that's not got to you yet, but I think it might be on the cards for you. Okay, literally on the cards. But for others of you, it's like a journey out of this heartbreak or grieving period or sad period or dark period is what I want to say. You know, the Six of Swords obviously comes after the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords can talk about a lot of different things. It can talk about being in a bad mental space. It can also talk about dealing with a narcissist, or dealing with a sequence of narcissists, like someone, or you know, someone that played mind games, or you know, there was always like perpetual one-upping or something like that. So you're moving out of that Five of Swords energy towards peace and calm. And it's something to do with your mindset, but it's almost like rising from the dead. You know, you may have felt like you were kind of almost, you know, you were just like a zombie for a while, just kind of going through the motions, but you're coming out of that. What is this Knight of Wands? There's something to do with fear. Okay. I don't want to freak you out, pile one, but there's something to do with you overcoming fear, and I'm actually going to put that like that, because the moon represents like subconscious fears and like repressed emotions, and I feel that for this journey forward, which like I said, for some of you is an actual journey, but for others of you is some kind of metaphorical journey forward, you're having to overcome fear in order to do it. Interesting. Anything else? That's too much. too much. Anything else for pile one? Ooh, okay, so the Four of Cups. It came out in reverse, so yeah, I feel for a lot of you that chose this pile, there may have been something about a heartbreak in your past, or I want to say some of you have been like, it's like a stagnant energy that you're coming out of. Yeah, you've been thinking about the past with the Six of Cups, something to do with the past. So there may have been this offer that's been trying to come in for a while, right? The universe has been trying to give it to you for a while. But you've been thinking about this Three of Cups, you know, so like, you know, something went wrong, right? That you may have been kind of preoccupied with, I want to say, or healing from, but that's what you're coming out of. And let's get one more. You have Judgment. Oh, it's a fear of judgment for some of you. There's, like some kind of fear of judgment that you're overcoming. it's like learning to be bold. Also, I feel, I'm just looking through the deck here, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords. So it's like if you've been, I don't know, like confused, like a mental fog, you know, where you're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, you know, and you've just been kind of like blah. That's about to change. You're about to become very clear on what you want and which way to go forward and how to get there. I feel there's something about that. I also feel like some of you are literally about to follow some kind of calling with the Judgment card. There's some kind of movement. I feel a lot of this movement forward has been to do with you healing yourself and kind of getting out of your own head and overcoming fears. There's been a lot of anxiety and worrying. But I feel there's something that you're being called towards, and maybe you haven't been doing it because there's been like a, you know, fear of, yeah, like, you know, for some of you, like a fear of judgment. There's been repressed emotions and things like that that have been getting in your way about not being good enough. But the Eight of Wands is movement. What is this Eight of Wands? Oh, okay, what are you doing? That doesn't help. Yeah, okay. Look, the Three of Swords in reverse. For some of you, this has definitely been a heartbreak that you've been getting over. Okay, and yeah. Some of you are moving into some kind of leadership role. Look at that. The Three of Wands with the Emperor. So, look, again, there's so many cards of travel in this deck. You know, and like I said, for some of you that will be metaphorical. Obviously, but for others of you, I feel you will actually be moving. If you've been getting that in readings a lot recently, I feel like some of you have, it might be, you know, yeah, might be, you know, pay attention, because it's coming through quite strongly here, because you might be like, no, I'm not doing that. But for some of you, you definitely are, like, for sure. But the Three of Wands and the Emperor, this is about coming into like a leadership position, but I feel you've resisted it because of subconscious fears about your past, and it's, yeah, it's stepping into some kind of leadership position. And also, I want to say finally, overcoming a heartbreak or like a period of grieving. And this wanted to come out too. You have the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Wands. So if you have been struggling with money, that's about to end, because the Five of Pentacles is in reverse. That's beautiful, actually. Look, the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you may have had a heartbreak weighing on you. I know it sounds silly, but some of you may have had a heartbreak weighing on you that actually was kind of preventing you from like seeing clearly or moving forward, or like the energy was dragging you down. You might want to do some etheric cord cutting. I literally just did a video about it on my other channel. You should go check it out. And I don't want to, you know, make this reading too long, like explaining it here, but yeah, if you know, it would help you release people from your past. Okay, so if that sounds like something that you want to do, head over to my other channel, How to Train Your Caterpillar, and look for the video on etheric cords. But yeah, you're moving into a period of stability with the Four of Wands. Like, there's some kind of massive achievement here. And look, you have the Four of Wands here, and then the Two of Wands here, which is the Six of Wands. So it's like victory. It could even be being in the public eye in some way, or being like taking a position of authority in some way. You know, there's a fear, you've been removing a fear of being seen in some way. Now that could be lots of different things, you know, like running your own business, or like, you know, publishing a book, or being a manager, or going for that promotion, or going for, you know, a job where you have more authority, something like this. But the money problems are about to end. Spirit's been waiting for you to kind of step into this leadership role. And I think you're about to do it. And it's going to lead to, like I was saying, the Four of Wands is stability, and it's a huge milestone. So you're about to achieve like some kind of huge milestone in your career. I feel this is career related. Okay. I feel you've been working very hard on something and it's like about to pay off. Yeah. Oh my god, like the 10 of Pentacles just came out because I was flicking through the deck, because I always do that. You have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, so it's like something that you've been working very hard on. It's like, you know, it's almost like the hard work. I mean, you'll still have to work, right? But it's about to pay off, and it's, look at that, 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. You actually have the 4 of Wands twice. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, some of you might be moving house. Maybe that's what it is. Like maybe you don't like where you live, so you're gonna like move into a new house. But the money's look at that. I just noticed that the 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles. So money problems. It's due to a shift in mindset, pile 1. And it's due to a shift in mindset into believing that you are like a leader, you know. Because I just feel you're releasing a ton of shit from the past that's been holding you back. But yeah, the money's coming, okay, and I feel like it's a lot. I feel like you're going to be totally good, okay? But definitely check out the etheric cord cutting video if that sounds like something that, you know, would be good for you. You might want to check it out anyway, because honestly, it's just good to do etheric cord cuttings every once in a while, because people can attach their energy to you without even really meaning to. You know, like, they can drain you without even really meaning to, you know. So I hope that was a useful reading, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care. Pile 2. Excuse me while I have a slug of my drink. You guys have the blue apatite. Oh, this is a cool card. I forgot how much I like this deck. So this is the 7 of Keys, the Ascent. This card, you can see the meaning of the card. You know, it talks about victory. So you've been doing something. This is very similar to pile 1. You've been doing something, you know, because look at that. It's obviously a huge mountain. You've climbed some kind of huge mountain. It's probably been very tough, probably had to put a lot of hard work in, but now you are pretty much at the top, or you're like approaching the top, and now you're going to be able to sort of, you know, look at the view and be like, damn, it's nice up here. I mean, if it was Scotland, he'd probably be cold, but let's just pretend this is like Brazil or something. Or maybe somewhere kind of in between, right? But yeah, like there's definitely success coming for you, pile 2. So something you've been working really hard on is about to pay off. You're about to reach the top of the mountain. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, look at these cards, look. Excuse me. You have the Justice card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is something to do with your job, or something to do with your money, because you have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, whatever it is you have been doing, you are about to succeed. So this can be very broad. You know, the Ace of Pentacles can be very broad. Like for example, it could be a promotion. It could be that you've been applying for different jobs and you're about to get a job. You know, maybe you spent ages filling out those soul-sucking application forms, like the 8 pages, and you're like, I don't know where I lived 3 years ago. Oh my god, who knows that? Well, I don't know. I assume a lot of people know that. But anyway, yeah, it could be something like that, or, you know, in your own business, if you've been putting a lot of work into your business, it's about to, like, you know, click. The clients are going to come in, like a YouTube channel, the views are going to come in, like a book, someone's going to pick it up and publish it, or something. There's something like that, okay? That's pretty amazing to have the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. I just wanted to add as well, with the blue apatite, this could be something to do with throat chakra. So, you know, the throat chakra deals with expression. So this could be she says, stumbling over her words. This could be something to do with communication that you're doing, which is very broad as well. You know, that could be like public speaking, that could be writing a book, that could be being a sculptor. It could be, you know, moving into a managerial position where you have to give meetings, you know, where you would have to present meetings or present different projects or something like that. It can be anything like that. It's like it was meant for you. Honestly, whatever this is you're doing, it's like it was meant for you. The Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune is like destiny. You know what I mean? There's something to do as well with, not only were you supposed to do this, but it's the right time for some reason. There's something to do with the timing is right now. So I guess you've learned your lessons that you had to learn along with all the hard work you've been doing. Maybe you were learning how to manifest. Could be a lesson as easy as that. Maybe you were learning confidence, right? Maybe you were learning, you know, to speak up so that you could take meetings or something like that, right? But there's something to do with the timing is right. And also with the Justice card, it's like your good karma. It's like you've earned it. So I don't know if that means you earned it from a past life. You know, you were like a really decent human being in a past life or something, and you've earned it in this life. Or it's like some kind of achievement you were supposed to do in this life. Because sometimes we're paying off karma from a past life, you know? So in this life you have to come in and do, you know, make a really successful like healing business or something like that. You know, it can work out in weird ways like that. It can also be that you've just been a really decent person in this life and you've kind of built up this good karma, and now this is for you, it's coming. I think I'm going to leave that reading there. I know that's short and sweet, pile 2, but honestly that's just like a beautiful reading. There's nothing else that you could add to that. You're about to be really happy. Yeah, it's beautiful. Aww. I do feel there may also be something about like you bringing truth to people, at least for some of you, you know, because you have the throat chakra thing with the blue apatite. Blue apatite's also about manifesting, so one of your lessons could have been to learn how to manifest, you know, because sometimes we look for really complicated lessons, but honestly sometimes the lessons are very simple, like learning how to manifest or learning patience. But there's something, I think, for at least for some of you, it's like you're bringing truth to the world in some way. So it may be like some kind of position, I feel it's some kind of position of authority, or maybe even where you're going to be seen, because he's like on top of the mountain with the sun. So in order to bring this truth to people, you would have to have some kind of position where people were going to listen, you know? So maybe you've had to work on your throat chakra. And that's why it didn't come in till now, if you see what I mean. Because you had to have that sort of self-conviction that people would listen to. But that could, I mean, this could be anything. That could be like, you know, teaching people the truth about narcissists or something, because I say that because it was one of the last videos I watched. It could be teaching the people the truth about how to do certain things, or how like self-love, or the truth about their childhood. You know, maybe you do like hypnosis or neuro-linguistic programming. I just learned about that recently. The camera cut me off. Something like this, okay? So I feel there's something in your job or something in this thing that you're going to do. It could be also be like counseling, you know, helping people figure out the truth about themselves so they can be free. But I feel there's something that you're going to do, or you're already doing it, that's like bringing truth to people, all right? So that, like, showing people the truth. So that is your message, pile 2. Congratulations. I hope it was a useful reading. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I wish you many, many blessings, love and light. Take care. I'm just gonna get another swig. Okay, so pile number 3. Oh, look, another boat. Some of you guys may have been attracted to pile 1. If you have come here from pile number 1, some of you guys might definitely be going on a journey like across water. Could also be something about the full moon here. Maybe it's going to happen around about a full moon. Okay. I feel there's some kind of connection between the sacral chakra and this reflection, because the sacral chakra is about like feelings, you know, emotions and things. Let's see what else you've got here. Oh, you got 4 tarot cards. Okay. You have the 8 of Swords in reverse. And you have the World. I have more cards, but... So the 8 of Swords is about, like, no longer being stuck. I'm just going to put it upright because I like them upright. Yeah, I feel like some of you have definitely come here from pile 1, because you see now that I've covered that up, you have the 5 swords. So some of you have recently, or you're about to, it's like a shift in mindset. You may have recently walked away from a narcissist or a bunch of narcissists, or someone that played mind games with you, or they were like very controlling or manipulative or something, and you're just like, you know what, we're done. We're done. I'm over this. We're done. And it's really good that you've done that. You've closed down. Oh, I always forget that she's naked. You know what? I don't even care. I don't care anymore. I don't think any like little children are watching this. I don't care. Because that's the, I agree with like little kids not being exposed to nudity, but like honestly, I don't think any of them are watching my tarot channel. I gotta be honest. But anyway, you have the 8 of Swords. You know, it talks about being stuck, but you weren't really stuck, you know? So you freed yourself from this being stuck thing. So for some of you, that's actually walking away from a person, or, you know, maybe it was like a job that was, you know, you had a shit boss or something like that. But it can also be a mindset. You know, the 5 of Swords can talk about keeping yourself stuck in a kind of repetitive mindset, like a loop, you know, like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm scared, I don't want to do it, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So the World is closing down some kind of huge cycle, huge cycle. I also want to mention, the World talks about traveling. So some of you are actually going to like travel. I feel that very strongly. Spirit might be preparing you for that, okay? If that's been coming through like in a lot of your readings. Sometimes they do that. They kind of, like they prepare you for it. I've noticed that. Like they'll start dropping hints about things like a year before it happens, so that it's kind of already in your psyche by the time it happens, so it's not such a shock to you. Okay. Wow, look, you have the Ace of Swords and the Tower. So there's some kind of huge breakthrough in your mindset, pile number 3. I feel for a lot of you it's around self-worth or guilt or shame, perhaps, that you've been carrying around since childhood. Because that's what the sacral chakra deals with. If you want to know about that stuff, I have all that stuff on my other channel. You should go check it out. So it's a breakthrough in like feelings of shame or guilt or lack of self-worth that you've been carrying around, okay? And with the Tower, it's going to change everything for you. It's going to change everything. Like that's what the Tower is. It's often a mindset. You know, people see the Tower and they're like, oh my God, something's going to happen. But honestly, most of the time it just talks about a change in mindset. And that's what changes things. You know, when you start thinking about things differently, it changes everything. When you see the way you know, when you change the way that you're seeing yourself or a situation. The reflection card in this deck also talks about your psychic gifts. I feel strongly for those of you that chose this pile, your psychic gifts are about to really open up, and it might be very suddenly. You know what's really interesting? I'm sitting here looking at some books on my bookshelf, like by mistake. I was just sort of spacing out as I was talking, and they've just drawn my eye to a book about mediumship. Some of you guys are mediums, like you're natural mediums, but for some reason you haven't wanted to do it, or you've held yourself back, or people told you it was wicked, or you thought it was wicked or something. There's something like that. You're about to find out that you're a medium, or it's about to re-emerge for you. And it might come very suddenly, okay? So don't be freaked out when it happens. Now this might come soon, or it might come in 6 months, okay? Or it might start to develop over the next few months. Maybe Spirit's just giving you a heads up in case it freaks you out, okay? Yeah. And you know, when it comes in, God, my throat's going. Excuse me. When it comes in, you may not believe it. Believe it, okay? Yeah. So some of you are going to discover that you're a medium. And you know, people may have said that to you in the past, and you're like, nah, I'm not a medium. I'm not a medium. Or you didn't want to do it or something. But you know, it brings so much peace to people, you know, people that work as a medium. Like, it brings so much peace to people to be able to speak to someone that's crossed over, and just to know that there is something after death, you know. And I know there was a lot of stigma attached to that kind of thing before, but people are so much more open now, you know. Because some of you, God, this is a long reading, but some of you may have carried this forward from a past life. Like, you may have been a medium, or like a psychic, or something like this. I feel like this is a pile. I feel like a lot of you are mediums. They were really drawing my attention to this book. I feel like a lot of you are going to discover that you have mediumship skills. If you want to know the book I'm talking about, it's called Mediumship Made Easy by a guy called Gordon Smith, who is a little Scottish medium, and it's really, really like easy to read, and it's only, I think it's only about a tenner. So if you were drawn to that book, but I feel the message is more about like you're going to tap into mediumship skills, okay? Now that can talk about many things, okay? Mediumship can be about talking to people that have passed over, but it can also be about talking to other beings, okay? Just throwing that out there. If you want to explore that, you can look that up. Okay, yeah, listen, it just, you know, with the Ace of Swords and the Tower, you may find it comes in quite fast, you know, but don't worry, you're supposed to have it. One of the reasons that it's like opening up for you is because you've had a block in your sacral chakra for a long time. The sacral chakra deals with your intuition and like feelings, and you know, partly part of being like a medium or a psychic is kind of learning to trust your intuition and your feelings and things. Like the sacral chakra is very much related to psychic gifts. And you may also have been carrying some shame around you about that. Okay, so it's like the more that the shame lifts, like it's like the more that the sacral chakra opens, the more like these gifts are just going to come out for you, okay? I'm going to get 2 more cards, even though it's been a super long reading. 2 cards for pile 3. Wow, 10 of Cups. Okay, and one more. If you are about to go on a journey, just know that it's gonna make you really happy, okay? Like, it's like you're headed towards a rainbow. You see that? Like the boat's going towards this 10 of Cups. So that could be, I don't know, maybe you've been thinking about booking a holiday or taking a job abroad or something like that. But it looks like what if there is a journey on your cards in the future, like if that comes up for you, it looks like it's something that'll make you very happy, okay? You might even meet someone when you're there because you have the 10 of Cups. Like if you're single, if you are a single Pringle, you may even meet like your future partner there. And one more. No? One more? And they say no, and they say no. Nope, that's it. Okay. That's weird because it's like, I feel like there's a card missing, but I guess that's how they want to leave it, so yeah, I guess I'm going to leave it like that because nothing came out. So that is your message. You're really not going to give us another card? Just come on. My OCD is kicking in, Spirit. Come on. Yeah, they're really not going to give us another card. Okay, fine. That's fine. Okay, I guess that's it then. So that's your message, pile number 3. I'm sorry your pile is wonky, but you can talk to Spirit about that. Okay, so that's your message. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.